And as I mentioned, we are catching up with some of the guest speakers that are attending here today at the Business Summit 2011 here at Tech. And a man that I caught up with a couple of weeks back, Ray Scaluna, building a better business is what it's all about. G'day, Ray, and welcome along to Tamworth.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit. You're talking at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now, I know your theme is about building a better business. Where do you start building a better business?
You start with people. The fundamentals of business haven't changed no matter what industry you're in, and people help you build a better business in whatever you are trying to achieve. So the relationships equals results in any business, and if you look at that, you'll understand that the fundamentals of the business and what you needed to do to be successful hundreds of years ago is no different to what you need to do today, and that is work with people, care about them, and understand that relationships do equal results.
So, I mean, that hasn't changed over the years, and we're talking about the pressures of modern-day business, but that principle still remains?
The principle remains, but it's changed because the younger generation has changed as well. So change is upon us, and it's changing very rapidly. How you get the best out of younger people today is a lot different than what you used to do in the past. However, it's sad to see that sometimes the old school thinking comes into play, and we expect people to clock on and leave their baggage at the door. But we know, all rightly so, that people sneak their baggage in and talk about it at lunchtime. So what we need to do is get to the core of the foundation that makes people perform better, and that foundation starts at home, and what happens in their environment will affect your business in anything you do, in any business.
And when you're talking about that generational thing, like we hear about the baby boomers, the Y generation, the X generation, probably there's a Z generation coming along, but when we're talking about that, and you've got all these ingredients in the workplace, how do you, as the owner, manager, operator of business, how do you look at that and getting it an even playing field?
Well, it's not that easy. I think change starts by looking in the mirror, and they need to understand anybody that owns a business has to be a good coach. In the past, we used to employ staff and employees, and we had managers. Today, it's more about a team environment, getting everybody to play on the field and play together on that field, kick in the same direction, and have a scoreboard, which actually has to be your till or your bank account. So being a good coach is understanding how your behaviour affects others and how you're going to get the best out of those people. You need to obviously manage yourself the best way you can throughout the generations, and you have a number of different people working for you, and their personalities are all different. So you need to learn that skill in today's environment.
Do you have to change your own skill base many times? Look at that.
You don't have to change your own skill base. What you have to do is realise how your personality affects other people, and how situations also change the outcome of the situation. You could have a bad day, and if you want to give out negativity, you'll get negativity back. If you have a positive attitude as the team captain of your team, you'll get positive attitude back from your team members. So what builds a better business is actually getting the best out of your people, or the best out of your clients, or the best out of your team members. So building a better business today is all about relationships, And in the past, we used to have one marketing method to try to get 50 new clients. In today's environment, we have 50 different marketing methods to get one new client. So how do you retain them? How do you get more from the ones you have? And how do you stop losing ones that you're not doing business with anymore? Again, relationships.
Which opens up another door for you. If you're looking at your clients are going to change as well over the years, or the times that you're dealing with them, you've got to approach them in a different way as part of that business strategy?
In a little way. I think everybody understands that when you build a relationship with the individual. So therefore, you are building a relationship to suit that individual. So there's no different technique. It's only all about trust and respect. So everybody wants repeat business, referred business in today's environment. Gone are the days where there's quick money around and you make a quick sale and off they go. People want that customer back. They want to retain it. So you have to adopt an attitude that you know how to work with people and get the best out of them. So yes, it's no different than the past, whether you're working with the older generation, baby boomers, or working with the Y generation, or now working soon to be with the my generation. So there's a few of them there to work with,
Building a better business, what is the first challenge that you have to overcome?
Building a better business, I think it's sometimes in small or medium businesses, the biggest threat to the business is ourselves. So we don't accept change too well. And the world and the environment in business is changing rapidly. And if we don't adopt change and see it as an opportunity rather than a threat, then, if you seek to be the same in the next 5 years, your business will fail in today's climate. So one of the biggest obstacles is to sit back and say, can I change and adapt to the technology that's coming my way in business? How can I use that to better my business, and how can I use that to make sure that I support my team and give them the tools that they need to carry that job through?
All right, Ray, if I put this scenario to you, I'm a one-person business, but I want to build my business so I can obviously employ people in the future. How do I build a better business when it's just me?
Well, again, even if you're an individual, you're working with people, so relationships comes back into play because you're building a network to do business. If you're a plumber, you have clients, and the relationships that you have with the clients, it comes back to referrals, and the referrals then come from the way you have conducted yourself with that first individual. So people, whether it's customers, team, or clients, whether you're in business on your own or have a team of 15, the fundamentals are the same. You need to build relationships to get the best result over a period of time. But you being a one-person business, then you don't need to build that network as large as I do that have 20 people under my overhead structure. So again, in a small community or a large community, see, people don't care whether you're a part of a national company or part of a national campaign. What they care about is the local activities in the area. So again, local, being the local guy, being the one person or the two people or three people supporting the local community in different ways of your marketing program will win out at the end by building those relationships and getting those referrals and keeping your customers coming back. Everybody needs repeat business.
And keeping at it, that's the key element of anything, isn't it? Yeah, once you start that step, you've got to keep moving along the path.
You keep putting one foot in front of the other, and sometimes you get a few obstacles, and it's the way you tackle those obstacles that makes the difference.
All right, you are, of course, giving a talk this afternoon, 4 o'clock, right here at Trek. If people want to get along to that, I'm sure you can get in the door. Thank you for sharing some time with us, and welcome to Tamworth.
Thank you, once again. Yeah. Love Tamworth. Last time I was here, I think it was 44 degrees.
Yeah, we've cooled it down a bit for you today. You pleased with that?
Thank you.
All right, Ray Scaluna.